now, because we're live.
Wait, we are right now?
We are live right now. Hello, everyone.
What's up? Yo, what's up?
Gavin and I here to talk about 1 year anniversary when we last saw Prince.
Yeah.
So let's bring this back to the very, very beginning of this day a year ago. I got a message from a person I used to hang out with. Hey, priest. That, hey, there's a party at Paisley Park. I used to get notifications of parties at Paisley Park all the time, and I always used to say, I'll get there, you know, and I live so close. So I'll try to get you in the shot. But this one was pretty special because he made the emergency landing the day before, and Gavin was here. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring Gavin to Paisley Park. And I went downstairs to his little dungeon, and I said, hey, you want to go to Paisley Park tonight? And I guess Paisley Park is like a magical word to get somebody away from video games. Right?
Yeah.
And also Paisley Park is a magical word to get him to wear whatever you want him to wear. I've never seen a kid get dressed so fast. So about 9 o'clock or so, I can't remember, yeah, about 9, well, 8:30, 9 o'clock, we left, right? Remember?
No clue.
No clue. Okay, well, you're helpful.
I know.
So we get in the car, we head down to Paisley Park, which is really about 10 minutes away from us. And, well, you tell them.
Well...
Your mom, we talked to your mom.
Yeah?
You tell them about what your mom said.
I forgot.
Remember she said how bored you're going to be?
Oh, yeah, she said, I'm going to be, like, really bored. And I was like, I don't care. I'm going to go anyway.
All right. So we get there, and hold on, I gotta get rid of this notification. Okay, we get there, and we had to park down the street, and bladder control has to pee, and we can't lose our parking spot. So he goes in the woods, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. So we're about maybe 10 car lengths in, and then the train starts moving, and we pull into Paisley Park. We figure that we could park wherever we want, but no, they have synchronized parking, and we had to park where the security people told us to park, and that was interesting. And we had to turn our lights off, and finally we were allowed to exit our vehicles and then stand in line. Those of you who've been to the tours, the merchandise area where you leave, that's where you enter. So we stood in line, and it was maybe 5 minutes, right?
More or less.
More or less 5 minutes. So we go inside, and Gavin instantly is like, oh my gosh, I'm at Paisley Park right now. Couldn't believe it. And this has like been a dream of mine to take him to Paisley Park. Sure, I should have done it sooner, but you know, just scheduling and stuff like that. But this was like the prime moment to go, and we went. And what did you think of when you went inside?
This is awesome.
And he's only in the lobby. So I took him into the MPG Music Club area, and we looked around there, and he saw people coming out of the soundstage door. And he's like, oh, do we get to go in there? Do we get to go in there? I'm like, I don't know, because it depends on what Prince's mood is at the time, because it very well could be one of those deals where I'm going to open up the soundstage, I'm not going to open up the soundstage. It could be just a regular dance party in the MPG Music Club room. It didn't matter. I was, he was in the building. I've been in the building multiple times, so he was in the building. That's what was important. So next we did what? We walked around where?
We just kind of walked around. I had to use the bathroom again.
Of course, yeah. He had to use the bathroom again. And we're standing in the lobby, and all of a sudden they open up the doors to the soundstage. And it was basically decorated how it was in the piano microphone era, or piano microphone show. Sorry, I'm going off the cuff here. And there wasn't a lot of people, maybe about 150, 200 people there. And Gavin and I were the first people basically in the soundstage area. So we went and got and set up on a VIP area, big high lift. And down below us was a purple pool table.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So you remember this. This is awesome. So we're kind of hanging out, and Prince's cymbal microphone stand was not on the stage area, but below it on the ground. And we were kind of looking out at it. We didn't think he was going to play because the piano was covered. So we watched some meatheads walk over to the pool table, and I'm looking down, and I said, looked at Gavin, because we're basically right how we're sitting right now.
Yeah.
And I said, these people are going to get kicked out. I can't believe they're playing the pool with the pool table. And sure enough, security comes over and says, you can't play pool. And we're both like, well, we knew that was coming. No less than 5-10 minutes later, another bunch of meatheads come over. I shouldn't say meatheads.
Yeah, you should.
They could be watching. No, there's only 4 people. Thanks for your support. No. I leaned down, I'm like, you probably don't want to do that. And they said, really? I'm like, yeah, don't play pool, because they already had kicked somebody out. And then a minute or two later, security comes over and says, you can go ahead and play pool. And I looked at Gavin, I'm like, man, Prince is in a weird mood. He's in a really, really generous mood. So Gavin and I kind of go back and forth. We go into the MPG Music Club area. We sit on the couches, and I'm kind of showing him where Prince would come out. You know, he comes out from up there, and he sits in that chair, and then all of a sudden you can kind of see him walking around. And I remember asking Gavin on the way there, do you get starstruck? And he said, no. No, not at all.
Of course not.
So Gavin's doing this. Like, what are you doing? I want to see him. Well, maybe you'll see him. Maybe he'll come out. I don't know. And so we're done looking at the couch, and we go back in the soundstage, and we kind of look at, you know, what's covered, and our friend Darren was there. What's up? Meathead. Our friend Darren's with us, and all of a sudden, we hear his voice. And I went, holy crap. So we haul tail into the MPG Music Club room, and there he is. So I'm standing there. I basically moved Gavin in front of me because at that time he was shorter. And now he's not. So he'd actually move me in front. And I looked at Gavin's face as Prince is talking, and Gavin's like, what were you thinking? Like, yeah, right. He's like, that's freaking Prince. So Prince talks, and he kind of said an interesting week, and didn't go into too much detail, but again, you know, we've all heard the same line of wait a few days before you waste your prayers. You know, and he was in great spirits. He looked tired. He didn't look sick to me. He looked tired. So, you know, he thanked a bunch of people who kind of helped him out, and then he says, I have a surprise for you in the soundstage. So, herd of cattle, into the soundstage we go, and Gavin and I, if you're looking at our stage here, like, we're this way, on this side, so we're kind of looking on. And Prince comes out, and did he show the guitar first or the piano first? Piano, I think.
Yeah, the piano.
Okay,
because then he's like, this is too cool to open.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Let's just wait now. Don't want to do premature. You'll learn what that is. So he uncovers this piano, the purple piano made by Yamaha, personally made by Yamaha, which is very, very cool. Hey, Cece. And he plays chopsticks and plays like for maybe 5 minutes. And that's a concert in itself because, you know, Prince is on stage and Gavin's first time seeing Prince. And then there's a purple guitar case. It's a shiny purple case, right? Mm-hmm. That he gets brought up. And he's like, I got something else to show you. And he puts it on the piano, right? Is that, you remember? Mm-hmm. Is that how it happened? Mm-hmm. Okay. Puts it on the piano. And before he does that, Prince is very, very keen on what he sees. And there's somebody down there filming or taking a photo, which has recently been released, by the way, if you can find it. And he says in the very, very Prince-like voice, y'all take a video of me or you taking a picture. Mm-hmm. And I can't, do you remember if it was a male or female?
I think it was a guy.
Was it a guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they answered him, and we're kind of like all in shock, like, holy crap, like, Prince busted this dude. And I lost my train of thought. And he's like, can you not... Right. He goes, can you not do that and delete the photo? And the person's deleting the photo. I'm sorry, I'm getting notifications as I'm talking. He asks the person to delete the photo, and all of a sudden security comes from like all directions to like bust this dude. And Prince goes, "No, he's fine. He can stay." Or they can stay, because I don't know if it was male or female or not. But I was so shocked that he let them stay, because one, he's letting people play pool on his pool table, and now allowing somebody to take a photo of him and allegedly deletes it. And hey Tamara, allegedly deletes it, which we know is not true anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So he lets a person stay, and then he pulls out the guitar, sets it on the piano, and unhooks the latches, and then he turns around like, what do you say? It's too cool to break.
Yeah.
What do you say? Go on.
He's like, "Oh, it's so cool. I'll be tempted to play it or something."
Right. And then he busts out this purple Gus guitar. If you've seen pictures of it, I'm sure you have. They are at Paisley. No, the guitar is at Paisley, and the same area that I'm talking about right now to you, right?
I haven't been there.
Oh yeah.
I was on that one time.
Well.
You never took me on a tour.
Well, that's another time, another story. Thanks, Paisley Park. Anyway, so he shows us the guitar. It's beautiful. And it's very, very cool. And then he says, "I have 30 minutes of the Atlanta show that he just did for you to enjoy." And he's like, "I'll be back with you. We'll play it over the PA system." And DJ comes on, and we're all kind of hanging out. And Gavin's like, "Holy crap, we saw Prince." And then I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Everyone's staying here. Let's go to the MPG Music Club room.
Yeah.
So Gavin and I go around. We go out there's a series of doors. And we go out the doors, and we go to our left and walk in the MPG Music Club room. And then Prince walks right by us and goes to the DJ booth. And again, those of you who've been to Paisley Park, there's a eye-shaped kaleidoscope screen. So that's where Gavin and I stood. So in this room at this point is me, Gavin, Hannah, his drummer, security guard or two,
and Prince.
And Prince.
And then
alone in this room.
one other person.
And one other person.
That was just random.
This random. Alone in this room. And Prince is 3-5 feet away from us at this point. Right, probably where that keyboard is.
Yeah.
And
No, not that. Not like this.
No, that keyboard over there.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
And Gavin and I are two idiots looking at this kaleidoscope eye thing, thinking it's going to be a video. Like we're just staring at it, like we're high on something. But we're both kind of looking at the corner, like, well, there's Prince, and he's working the board. So Gavin's to my left, and I nudged him, and I said, "Hey, I dare you to go and say, I'm glad you're feeling better."
And I was just like, okay.
No, you did not. No.
No,
You said, no, that's not allowed.
Oh, I did?
Yes. You said, no, that's not allowed, Dad. And I said, you know what? It's after midnight. I'm tired. Either I'm going to leave this place voluntary or involuntary, but darn it, I want a good story. Oh, thank you, priest. And I said, I'm going to leave voluntary or involuntary, but darn it, I want a good story. So Gavin shrugs his shoulders.
Meh, alright.
Walks over and go ahead and tell a story.
So, I was pretty much just shaking as I walked over.
You can look at the screen. Don't look at me. I've heard this story before. How was there? Tell the fans.
So I was kind of like shaking, just like, yeah. And
but you were cool though.
I'm always cool. So
well, if you're cool, then I'm freezer burn. Go on. They want to know. Go on.
So I walk over and I remember this. A security guard like put his hand, but he just like kind of let me talk to him, and I was like,
he almost stopped him. Better. Yeah, he almost stopped him, and then you walked up to Prince and said what?
I'm glad you're feeling better, and then
walked away.
Well, one of who was it again?
And then he walked away. So as Gavin's walked away, Hannah, the drummer, says, "Oh my gosh, that was so sweet that he said that to you." So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, okay, now it's gonna happen. And nothing happened, and then people start filing in, whatever, and Taika was there, and we were getting ready to leave, and Prince is actually on the stairs, facing the wall. So if you're looking out from the stage that's in the MPG musical bit, there's a staircase. He's sitting on those stairs with Taika. And as we're leaving, I said to Hannah, I said, is that okay that he did that? And she said, oh, are you kidding me? Oh, got to back up because you were pointed out. She pointed you out to Prince, and he just nodded.
Really?
Yeah, I told you that story.
Oh, yeah.
You were there.
I didn't even...
Were you there?
I didn't...
Were you there? Were you? Did I bring another kid?
Yeah.
Maybe this kid will do my lawn then.
No, nobody will do that.
So anyway, asked Hannah if that was okay, and she's like, are you kidding? That was wonderful that he did that. And get ready to leave. And Prince is on the stairs. Gavin's ahead of me, and I looked at Prince and I said, thank you. And we walked away. We left Paisley Park. And took a photo outside, and we called his mom. Because his mom, as you remember from the beginning, said, this is the most boring time you'll ever have in your life. Gavin had no soda because there's no soda there. There's only like Red Bulls and water.
Sorry, I didn't understand you there. Can you
Watch her.
Thank you.
Gosh, makes fun of me. But we called his mom, and he said that was probably the greatest day of my life. And yeah, so tell them, I want to hear your perspective on that whole experience. I know we just told the story, but I want to know what that meant to you. Now, 4 or 5 days later, sadly, he passes away, and you're one of the last people to talk to Prince. What does that mean to you?
A lot, really. I can't really put it into words.
Yeah. That's it? Okay. So when I did tours of Paisley Park, I'm no longer with Paisley Park, in case you're wondering, I would tell that story, at least the part of the MPG Music Club room portion of it, in a much shorter, condensed version. And every time I told that story, I get teary-eyed, and it was like, you know, I watch people who I talk to, and they kind of feel what Gavin was feeling at the time, and kind of what that was like. And I hope I did the same for you, you all. But you know, it was a great experience. I may edit this in more of a YouTube version, so you can kind of see what we're talking about, use photos and stuff like that when I get some time to do it. But we wanted to share 1 year ago today, we saw Prince. Probably right around this time, I looked at Gavin and said, hey, do you want to go to Paisley Park? And yeah. And I've never seen a child move so fast. So thank you all for watching us and laughing with us, and hopefully other people can share this. And yeah, it was just cool. He was our, he was our friend. You know, he cared about a lot of people. He cared about us. And any last words?
I'm thebomb.com.
No, seriously, no. Tell any last words about Paisley Park at all? About that night? Any other thing that sticks out?
We actually got a seat.
Yeah, we actually got a seat. All right, that's it for us. Thank you so much for watching.
I know.
Yes, thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Priest. And we'll talk soon. Maybe we'll do another one of these. So TMZ thing will come out 2 days. I did TMZ 2 days later, a year ago today. So there'll be a lot of Facebook Live stuff. So thank you so much, and I'll show you the guitar to end the night. So have a good night. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.